Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy Lewis, and I am back once again with another banger with yet another video. You guys already know the deal, man. Hit that like button, hit subscribe button, hit the notification bell to always receive the latest and greatest content. I truly, really thank you guys for taking the time to watch my video, man. As always, at the end of each video, make sure to like and share this video. It'll hopefully help with the channel grow. Truly appreciate you guys, as always, for taking the time, always in the comment section, man. So once again, man, without further ado, let's hop right into this. So the Lakers lose last night to the Pelicans. As you can see the score right here on my tablet screen. 128 to 115 to the Pelicans without their star Anthony Davis, after just coming back down from 19 and beating the Houston Rockets in a game that I said that the Lakers did not win. It was a game that the Rockets gave away. Shout out to Brandon Ingram, 27 and 13. That doesn't get talked about because they were saying LeBron's 29, 11 and 6. He saved the Lakers from yet another defeat. Yet they come back and lose to the Pelicans without Anthony Davis in a 13-point loss. Shout out to Tired of Fools. He has been saying the same thing that I have been saying from the start. And once again, also shout out to Patricia Sutton, because she said this. She says three key things that would help the Lakers be a playoff team: defense, turnovers, keeping them down, and free throws. Let's start with that number one, defense. And shout out to Tired of Fools again for even saying this. The Lakers allowed 42 points in the first quarter, guys. Those were the same amount of points they allowed to the Atlanta Hawks. To the Atlanta Hawks. To a team without, and now to the Pelicans without Anthony Davis. They give a 42 first quarter points. Now you're starting to see the impact that they are not having Lonzo. Just because Lonzo's not there, and I understand he's a big piece, does not excuse you from playing defense, because defense is a mindset and it's with effort. You cannot teach effort. But yet you have this guy, LeClown James over here, who will be defended by the 3-6 Mafia for, again, his shenanigans. And I want you guys to listen to the post game, because I was really, really pissed off at just some of the comments that he made, and which is why I've continuously said on my channel that this guy needs to just shut up and play basketball. And I'm going to start this question. LeBron James, what was the real reason you came to Los Angeles? Was it to win championships, or was it for business purposes? Because quite honestly, I said this before you even came to LA. After losing to Golden State, you either suck it up and stay in Cleveland or just retire. Because you're taking arguably the most historic franchise in all of basketball and making them a mockery. And Magic Johnson allowed this crap to happen along with Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka. So they get just as much blame for even allowing, even entertaining the notion of signing this cat. This dude is straight pathetic, and it's just sad, really sad to watch. And so just listen to his comments. That's just going to prove Kevin Durant's comments. And I'm going to make a comment about Kobe Bryant that's relative to LeBron James. So listen to what he has to say after the Lakers' embarrassing loss to the Pelicans.
19-112, LeBron James is free right now following the loss by the Lakers to the Pelicans.
You guys on Thursday dug a big hole and were able to climb out of it. What was the difference tonight?
You just said it.
That brother sounding pretty salty right now. I wonder why.
What were the remaining parts of your game that you're still working to get back after the injury? Nothing much. My condition is still coming along. Other than that, I'm able to get back down.
The condition is still coming along, huh? Hold on. Let me just play that back and continue when he says, wait.
Well, no problems.
So you can get up and down the court with no problems. And I remember, because All-Star game, you were smiling with the level of talent that you was playing around you with the free agent class that you drafted to be on your team for the All-Star game. And you was jumping free on that alley-oop in the All-Star game. But you're conditioning yourself and it's coming along now. So you were pretty happy with your All-Star teammates, but you look pretty pissed at your Laker teammates. And you're conditioning yourself. Look at the hypocrisy there. I digress.
Consistency was a word that was mentioned by some of your teammates tonight in terms of the search for it. Obviously, there's been a ton of games already, and if it's still searching for it, is there enough time to obviously got to play better our next game in Memphis, but we own 60 games.
Notice he says that after every loss, we got to play better, when it's been the entire season that they really it's coming and going. Defense has been a problem pretty much the entire year. And this guy continues to say we got to play better. How about you play some damn defense? How about that? Maybe the other guys will follow. Which I've been telling you cats, LeBron James is not a leader. This dude does not want to compete. I have been saying it for the longest. This guy does not want to compete. Enough with the injury excuses already. He's jumping all golly in the All-Star game. It's like, you got to catch these little things. But now he's still trying to condition himself and he's coming along? Yeah, okay.
So, I don't know.
Listen.
From the start, yeah. It happened in the Houston game too. Just the start of the game and then the start of the third. That urgency, has to be there. And we dug ourselves a hole, once again in the third quarter tonight.
Most of the Lakers losses this season have been due to the way they start games in both halves. The first and third quarter have been killers for the Lakers, and they're allowed to dig too deep of a hole sometimes that they just can't seem to get out of. But I wonder why that is.
But how many know what's at stake if you've never been there? I'm asking you too. I'm like, how do you know what's at stake if you've never been there before?
LeBron James sounding salty as fuck right now. Yo, this is crazy. Oh man, let me rewind that back. Look what he says to the reporter.
From the start, yeah. It happened in the Houston game too. Just the start of the game and then the start of the third. That urgency, has to be there. And we dug ourselves a hole, once again in the third quarter tonight. But how many know what's at stake if you've never been there? I'm asking you too. I'm like, how do you know what's at stake if you've never been there before?
Anytime LeBron James responds like that, he's taking a shot at you. I mean, he's pretty much insulting your intelligence. Yeah, reporters are known to ask dumb questions. It's part of the job process. You get it. But did you hear the way LeBron James responded to him? And then just look at his face. You could tell that he's real salty right now. Because he thought that he was going to get his way by getting Anthony Davis. And he did not. And I want you to listen to what he says about the Laker organization along with the players on the team as I further along in this video to prove what a maniacal, egotistical SOB he really is.
No, not you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not talking about you. I'm just like, kind of playing devil's.
Hey, look at that little graphic right there. People have been talking about how, LeBron James had the, he had the Lakers in fourth. But what don't people realize were that they were only 2 games from the 8th spot and 2.5 games from 10th place. And people were gloating about how our LeBron James-led team was 4th place. But yet forget how many players were out. I don't understand that. And they're 3 and 4 since he came back. With or without LeBron James, this team really hasn't been that good. And I honestly think without having a toxic like LeBron James, because remember, they really didn't have any expectations before he signed there. LeBron picked these players. Let us continue.
Advocate,
The idea of trying to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, so it's kind of a fine line, when you talk about that, because when you've never been there or know what it takes to actually shoot for something like that, and sometimes you're afraid to get uncomfortable. So you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
So this is the example that the quote-unquote GOAT sets for the environment that he plays in. You got to be comfortable at being uncomfortable. You made it uncomfortable from the moment you signed there, my friend. You tried to trade half the team when you said wait a minute, didn't you say after you guys beat the Houston Rockets that you loved your squad? You said he had already contradicted his statements when he was like, this is the squad who we got, and I love my squad. You love your squad. Rajon Rondo is one of the captains of the team. We're missing Lonzo. All of those guys you just mentioned in your squad and your quote-unquote squad were the same people that you had on the trading block that Magic tried to trade to get Anthony Davis. And now Anthony Davis has to fulfill his contract. So in other words, you pretty much set AD up, and look how the Pelicans are treating him now. So anyway, AD was so confused, you messed up his mind, and look what happened. He no longer is in control of his situation anymore. And how funny that you're going to have him on the shop on March 1st, on your show. And you're going to continue to expose yourself for the clown that you are, man. And he continues to open his mouth and contradict himself. But let's continue.
So I'm not saying that's what we are as a whole. Kind of looks that way at times. That sometimes we feel like we're afraid to be uncomfortable, kind of get out of our comfort zone. Have that sense of urgency. From the jump, and not be afraid to actually go out and fail to succeed. So.
Not afraid to fail, so now you're bringing even a losing mentality to this team. You're talking about not afraid to fail. Yet you choose to just take a backseat and blame everybody when they miss a defensive assignment. You put your hands in the air, you roll your eyes, you point fingers. But according to the LeBron James Justice Coalition, according to the 3-6 Mafia, you apparently cannot do no wrong. LeBlame James gets no blame.
I mean, we have 23 games left. Let's see what happens.
And let me say this: in order for the Lakers to even get 45 wins, they have to go 16-7. And they still have not faced the toughest part of their schedule yet, which is coming up in March. And I said it in last video that with the way the Sacramento Kings are playing, they honestly deserve to be in the playoffs more than this Laker team right now. And it's because of that guy right there. The mindset that he's brung, his baggage, to the Laker environment, it's just not good. So listen to what he says. And I'm going to pretty much stop it at some point where I'm going to, again, call it. And I'm going to make a comment about KD's comments of why LeBron is toxic. Not LeBron, sorry. The media around him is.
Do losses now feel different than losses maybe earlier in the season?
For me? No. See, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See, it's like, I don't know. It's just been so the last few years, everybody's so accustomed to the losses that I'm just not accustomed to.
Who's he talking about right there? He took a shot at the Lakers organization, and he's talked about the players that are on this team. That's what he's talking about. But I find it amuses me that you talk about that you're not accustomed to losing, but you're 33% in the NBA Finals. So you're not accustomed to losing, but you got swept in 2018 in just these last year's finals and came out with a broken hand, with the cast in your hand, scarf wrapped around after Game 4. With Kyrie Irving, you get gentlemen swept by the Golden State Warriors, but it's losing that you're not accustomed to. How about being favored against the Dallas Mavericks and lost badly in the way you did? 2015, being up 2-1 to the Golden State Warriors. 2007, and I don't even give him a pass for that because the 3-6 Mafia have been saying he's been the best player since 2007, and he's been surpassed Kobe.
I'm not accustomed to it. I would never get comfortable with losing. So,
You've made these guys uncomfortable because you befriended them before the beginning of the season and talked about how these guys are your friends and your pals. You say all this so that they could, again, bow down to you and worship you. And now that they're in the trade block, you're trying to salvage the season, quote unquote, by winning. And you say you love these guys. Rondo's the captain of our team. Lonzo Ball is dearly missed. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Lonzo Ball, the Lakers are a 9th rated defensive team when he's on the court. They are 23rd without him. And they actually turn the ball over less when he's playing, which tells you the impact that Lonzo's missing. Defense, turnovers. Once again, shout out to Patricia Sutton for this one. But this is what she's talking about. Not accustomed to losing, and you put his face. This dude, after the win against Houston, goes on Instagram and talks about how he's filming Space Jam 2, July 16, 2021. So here's what he's going to do. Honestly, I look at LeBron James as this. He wears Michael Jordan's jersey, but this dude is a monster because he wants to stack the deck with all the talent that he wants and tries to play with to get all the credit for him. So in other words, you honestly suck the talents out of the bigs. So aren't you a monster? I don't look at you as a guy on Space Jam. You're the ultimate monster. That's what you are. So what you gonna do? You're gonna play on Team Bugs Bunny. You guys lose and then you blame Daffy Duck. Yeah, exactly. That's how it's gonna go. Yep, I can see that. You know what? MJ should make a cameo. I think that'd be really interesting, but I know that's not gonna happen.
Losing game 1 to Houston, it feels the same way as losing game 59 in New Orleans for me. That's just how I'm built. That's who I am. Ask Dave. Dave will tell you who I am. You've been with me.
Oh, Dave McMenamin, the nerdy looking, sometimes confused LeBron apologist. Yeah, part of the 3-6 Mafia. Yeah, that idiot. Sure. Yeah, that's right. He knows you really well. How many guys do you pay off because you have so many nut huggers in that sack of yours? I'm telling you, it's ridiculous, man. It's really ridiculous.
For the last few years, you guys are just starting to learn.
You guys are just starting to learn. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me run that back. I'm sorry.
Talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See, it's like, I don't know. It's just been so like, last few years, everybody's so accustomed to the losses that I'm just not accustomed to. I'm not accustomed to it. I would never get comfortable with losing. So, losing game 1 to Houston, it feels the same way as losing game 59 in New Orleans for me. That's just how I'm built. That's who I am. Ask Dave. Dave.
That's the way you built, huh? Yeah, you built like a tank. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you are built like a tank. But what you're built is also full of slush in that brain of yours.
Tell you who I am. You've been with me for the last few years.
He been with you doing what, bro? What have you and Dave been doing the last few years, huh? That's a really good question I'd like to know. Are you gonna invite him to the shop too? Because the only person you really have are your friends. And Dave knows exactly who you are. That's right, right? And once again, the basketball purists know exactly who you are too. But let's go back to that part that you just, you amuse me and crack me up, man. Just hear this part again.
Just starting to learn.
Kevin Durant said this 3 years ago when Kobe Bryant was on his retirement basketball tour. The media bashed Kobe for years when Kobe was injured. Kevin Durant called out the media for saying how dare them disrespect one of the legends in the history of the game. And it was when Kevin Durant called them out was when the media actually started to treat Kobe nice. They started to ask him questions in a way that Kobe could answer them with a smile. When they were just treating Kobe so harshly for years. So wait a minute. That means that in that time period, look how the media was pretty toxic to Kobe Bryant. Kevin Durant called them out at that time too, when he was with Oklahoma City. It's so crazy that it's so easy for the media to bash Kobe like crazy. But then they'll give LeBron a pass and, oh my God, you're hating on LeBron. You're such a hater. He's the most criticized athlete in the history of sports. And he called the media out for the disrespect that Kobe was getting. And Kobe was on his last legs and he was injured. And I love how they say that Kobe kind of ran the Lakers to the ground when Kobe missed a lot of time in both seasons that he injured his knee and his rotator cuff. And he was playing with his rotator cuff for years. Right after he tore his Achilles. Because his body was breaking down. And this is why, honestly, LeBron James is kind of more comparable to Kobe Bryant. Because if you look at it, their career paths are very, very similar. You look at the season that LeBron's having right now into the team that he's in. Notice that every time LeBron comes and goes to a team, the team is constantly changing. You add pieces, you make trades, and then when LeBron leaves, it's the same team. Teams are off the roster. But people keep talking about how the team is in shambles without LeBron. This notion that LeBron makes you a 50-win team is getting exposed out here in the Western Conference. But the 3-6 Mafia will never say anything about it. And they said that LeBron is out here looking like an MVP when he doesn't play defense. When I said that LeBron James is not the best player, and right now because LeBron James has proven to me that he's not the best player because he doesn't play both ends, that's why I said that the best player is up for grabs right now. When somebody shows consistency on both ends of the floor year in and year out, I will call that player the best in the league. And if he could lead his team to victories, to winning championships. So until I see that consistency right now, that door is wide open. There is no clear-cut best player. The Rockets gave that game to the Lakers with their predictable play style. The Lakers had no business beating Houston. The first and third quarters have been killing the Lakers all season long. With Lonzo, without Lonzo, there's just games where they just choose not to defend. They care more about the scoring than the defense. LeBron can. And here's another thing. People are gloating about the points, rebounds, assists. I'm telling you right now, LeBron James in 4 years can never equate to what Kobe Bryant did in 20 with the Lakers. It just can't. It just cannot. Coming out here telling the reporters, oh, Dave McMenamin knows me. So what? So what? You letting everybody know that Dave McMenamin is a LeBron apologist? Everybody knows that. I mean, there's him. There's Brian Windhorst, Rachel Nichols, Max Kellerman, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon. You got Shannon, O'Shea Sharp, Colin Cowherd, Nick Wright. So many LeBron apologists. Dante Jones, Chris Broussard, can't forget him. And people keep hating on Rob Parker, but he keeps spitting the truth, and then nobody likes it. Rob Parker is the worst analyst ever, okay? Yeah, sometimes his points are like, they're funny just because of the way he talks, but he makes good points. And when it comes to LeBron, he's actually spot on. Skip is going to have a field day with this tomorrow when Shannon comes back. Maybe Shannon should just stay. Maybe he should just stay home or wherever he's at so that Skip don't troll him, because this is what's going to be Skip. If LeBron is the best player in the world, you just got to close that deal. I'm sorry. Michael Jeffrey Jordan would have never allowed this to happen. Don't do this. Don't do that, Skip. It's not your turn. It's not your turn. I could just imagine how it's going to go tomorrow. Shannon's going to be in his feelings. He's going to be screaming, thinking that he's making a point on his boo LeBron James. I just wonder how many outfits, how many dresses has LeBron brought for the 3-6 Mafia to wear, to be on his nuts as much as they do. LeBron James, again, is a great player, but you can't sit here and tell me that teams are constructed so differently, and they're constructed and deconstructed when he comes and goes. And it's even constructed during his time on that team. And this is what I'm telling you guys right now. LeBron James is continuing to fool you, and it's like you guys are just sipping that Kool-Aid, believing every word he says, because for you, it sounds nice, it looks nice, and it tastes nice. But it's disgusting. So the media was pretty toxic to Kobe Bryant in terms of how they treated him. And the media is toxic in how they appraise LeBron James. KD was right 3 years ago in the disrespect of Kobe, and he's right currently right now in the way that the media infatuates LeBron James. KD spoke the truth. He spoke the damn truth. It's ridiculous how many fanboys just, again, no matter how much you tell the truth right in front of them, they continuously make excuses for LeBron. And I said it once again, ladies and gentlemen, I just hope that people keep that energy if LeBron misses the playoffs. I don't want to hear it was an experimental year. We weren't expected to make it anyway, because I'm going to debunk you and I'm just going to make you look like fools out here. You're doing straight buffoonery. Cut the malarkey, because I'm telling you right now, the Lakers were picked with the 4th best odds to win a championship when LeBron signed there. People were saying that the Lakers could possibly be a 3rd seed and win 54 games. They're at 30 losses right now. Yo, but LeBron cracks me up with Dave McMenamin, and Dave knows you. That's right, LeBron. The whole 3-6 Mafia knows you. They sure know you very well. And now when I look at it, this is why it's things like this that's going to have to make you reevaluate LeBron James's career. It's going to have to make me reevaluate, is LeBron really a top 10 player? Or has he been deceiving people thinking that he's top 10? LeBron James is a great player, and I have him at number 9 on my list. But I'm going to have to do a little bit of reconstruction on my top 10 list, because the leadership that a lot of the guys above him had, the way that they played the game, LeBron is just, he took a shot at the organization with the comment that he said that it's losing that I'm not accustomed to. My thing is, you just contradicted yourself, because, dude, you have 6 NBA Finals losses. You've quit in big games as much as you've played in big games, and you showed up. But losing to the Pelicans without AD, that right there made me the greatest player of all time. Oh, man. Brandon Ingram gets 27-13, but, my 29-11-6 beating the Houston Rockets after being down 19 made me the greatest player of all time. And Chris Broussard out here giving LeBron an A when he played no defense in the first half. Brandon Ingram has been playing both ends consistently as of late. Kyle Kuzma, it's been coming and going as of late. Have you really heard about Lance Stevenson? Have you really heard about Tyson Chandler and some of these guys? Because some of these guys have been out. But yeah, LeBron's getting the credit and no blame as usual. And wait a minute. Didn't the Lakers have a chance to get Paul George, but because he knew LeBron was going to be there, that there was no way he was going to join? Or how about the fact that they had a chance to draft the Aaron Fox, and look what he's doing up there in Sacramento? The Aaron Fox and Paul George sounds really nice. Maybe Julius Randle will still be a Laker. Why the heck did they trade Zubac? Because he was a nice piece, to get Mike Muscala, and he's not even really playing. That's what I want to know. The Lakers actually could have built a nice team, and then you have Brandon Ingram. You would have had a nice team with the veteran and Paul George, a go-to guy. And look what he's doing right now with the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's so crazy how things just turn the way that they do. They've passed up some good players in the draft, and look, they bring in a 33-year-old, turned 34-year-old superstar who's aging. You can see it. $153 million, and is making excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after every loss that he was partly responsible for as to why they're losing. It's getting ridiculous out here in these NBA streets, man. And Memphis, listen, man, they may not be a winning team, but they play hard. And I believe the Lakers are in Memphis. So if they lose to that team, because Marcus Gasol is not there anymore. So if they lose to that team and another excuse is said, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to do a reevaluation of LeBron's career, and I'm going to have to redo my top 10 again. And I think Kobe is going to get a nod up. I don't care what anybody says. Considering the career that Kobe Bryant had, to be able to score 33,000 points and was a bench player the first 2 years of his career, 2.5 years of his career, and forget his injuries. If you take away his 3 injuries, seasons of injuries, and you take away his first 2 years on the bench, how many points would Kobe really have if he were to maintain that sustained level of play for a long period of time without getting injured constantly? And how we continuously to gloat about how LeBron doesn't get constantly injured, but look at this excuse of a groin injury, man. And notice that LeBron is the only player in NBA history that you could constantly make a nickname over with the first 2 letters of his name. Nothing but a troll, man. He's a actor. That is what LeBron is good at. He is a very good actor. And he has had you got, and this is like, it's an Academy Award. Here's the thing. His acting is so predictable, it doesn't even deserve an Academy Award. That's how bad it is. Because the 3-6 Mafia thinks LeBron gotta stay fly, because they're his right to die, But it's just super bad. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And it just gets really ridiculous. Exactly. That is correct. That is correct. And did you forget the times that he took off with Cleveland, with the Cavs? I remember 2017, he was doing the same exact thing. Their defense was just horrible, taking plays off. They thought they could just coast to the Golden State Warriors, and then the Golden State Warriors gave him a reality check. And he was done. But anywho, man, this is your boy Lewis, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Truly appreciate you for watching this video, man. I hope this sheds some light as to, again, the type of foolery that LeBron James is doing. And it's getting really sickening. LeBron James, at some point, man, with these smoke and mirrors, this is a pattern that I keep telling you guys that what I'm saying. LeBron James is the one. He is the biggest reason. You're going to blame Luke Walton with his rotations, but he's not out there turning the ball over. He's not out there not playing defense. That's on the players. So, once again, Luke Walton was going to be the scapegoat. But enough is enough as it is, man. This is King James, and it starts with your leader. So this is on LeBron. But once again, let me know what you guys think in the videos, man. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Truly appreciate you guys as always, man. Bless up. One love, man. Peace. Thanks for watching.